Of course, I've taken a look at quite a bit of Nintendo games in the past, but there's one game I just can't get off my mind, really, and that is Sonic Colors on the Wii. Trust me, this is a good one.
Sonic Colors is the best in the series.
Is it though?
While people may like Sonic Generations better than Sonic Colors, it most certainly isn't the worst.
Are you sure you don't want to talk about this scratch on my elbow?
Being released in 2010, its main purpose was to be a Sonic game on a Nintendo system during the time. During the time, Sonic games were shifting to a new formula, and the previous Nintendo Sonic game didn't have this in mind. We all know Sonic and the Secret Rings, a part of the Storybook series. Yeah, I have no clue why Sega started doing the Storybook series when there are only 2 games that were a part of it. I don't know, but I think during the time, Sega was just trying to do new stuff until they found something that stuck. Introducing Sonic Unleashed, one of the most beloved games and hated games ever.
Don't worry, it could be both if you wanted to.
The game was good in most ways. Introducing a new style the series would carry out, a new gameplay formula called the Boost games, coming from the DS game Sonic Rush. And it also had 2D gameplay introduced for the 3D Sonic games. Now, is this bad? No, I don't think so, but I really need to get my eyes checked though. I'm not a fan of the 2D playstyle here, it just seems a little out of place. We did get Sonic Unleashed on Wii, however, but this was pretty much not the same as the PS3 and Xbox 360 one. Sure, it did follow the same plot, but the boost formula isn't really here, and I think this version might have been rushed. But do I have a game for you? It was clear for the next Sonic title on Wii had to be— oh, come on!
Sega does this every time.
Next game after Sonic Unleashed was Sonic and the Black Knight, and this was also a part of the Storybook series. I don't know why it released on Wii, probably due to the fact that both Sonic Unleashed and Sonic the Black Knight were in development at the same time. So it kind of makes sense if both were nearing completion around the same time on why it released. But of course, in 2010, Sonic Colors released for the Wii and Nintendo DS. Let's get this out of the way. Nintendo DS follows the same plot as the Wii version, but you're pretty much playing Sonic Rush at this point. Nothing more to it. But Sonic Colors is a completely original experience that we severely needed. Sonic Colors started development after Sonic Unleashed, putting this game on the Wii and DS, hoping to capitalize on the audience that liked Mario and the Sonic at the Olympics. So the overall theme didn't really change much from the initial image. Yeah, in development this game was just supposed to be taking place in a regular amusement park, but at some point in development they realized it would be a little bit too small for Sonic, so the idea for an outer space theme wasn't planned, and they also used Disneyland as reference. This was a fun idea. This opened a lot of opportunities. Using an entire planet if you wanted to do for a certain theme?
It could be anything.
Of course, let's talk about the zones in Sonic Colors. Tropical Resort. It's just a space theme park with a view of Earth. It's okay. Sweet Mountain. It's kind of nice to see all the scenery in this one. I like the overall theme of it. Starlight Carnival is in the darkness of space, illuminated by glowing neon lights. It's kind of neat, this one. I mean, this one works. It's not as good as Sweet Mountain in my opinion, but it's here. Planet Wisp is the definition of the best zone ever. And Aquarium Park is just an excuse to have an underwater level in a Sonic game. Asteroid Coaster can off.
Okay. I will just mark this as undecided.
And Terminal Velocity is okay. I mean, there isn't much to it here. It's just the final world, you know, nothing more. The other ones are cool. My favorite personally is Planet Wisp, but everything kind of starts coming together when the soundtrack is involved. And honestly, Planet Wisp has the best soundtrack by far. Of course, why not? Let's talk about the Wisps. The Wisps are these little aliens that help you out throughout each level. The Boost Wisp will fill up your boost meter. The orange one kind of acts as a rocket, the yellow kind of acts as a drill, the green acts as a hover one, the whatever color this is, it's just a laser. The blue one is most interesting though, because that one turns blocks into coins, and then the coins into blocks.
I'm sorry, Sonic did what? With who?
It's quite interesting for platforming. The pink one just feels like it was a last-minute decision to bring back the spin dash. It's kind of dumb that they done this. The purple one is so badass, you can power through any level and eat everything in sight. But all these have a set time limit though, so don't think about using all these for the entire time. They can be used all the time though. For example, When unlocking Supersonic, that's pretty much when you won't be able to use them. It's not a permanent decision, but it's there so you don't become overpowered. But the gameplay is really what sells it. This follows in the footsteps of Sonic Unleashed, but while fixing a bunch of things that game had issues with. Drifting is still hard to do, but it's not entirely bad now. The level choices are a bit odd though. The pacing just seems all over the place. Some levels drag on longer than others. Some levels are way too short. Some might be long, but you go through them very quickly. Some might be short in terms of size, but they just take forever to complete. The 2D gameplay returns as well. It kinda works well here.
I was never a fan of the 2D playstyle there.
Of course, with some tight platforming and super fast gameplay, everything just works fine. And Sonic has this snapping thing going on with this character. The stages aren't entirely as open as you would think, but with the controls and the gameplay, it just works wonders here.
So this is Sonic Colors Ultimate, so really this is how I think it should be handled. Now of course, the reason is that I really don't think this is what people were expecting. But of course, this is really what it should be. Gone.
Yes, Sonic Colors Ultimate is supposed to be an attempt to get this thing on modern systems in 2021 for the PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch, and also being playable on Series and PS5. Now, of course, I have heard the Nintendo Switch version is just the worst out of them all. I do not like this. One of my issues with this game is the remixes. It kinda sounds like the Piano Man lied on his resume and just hit random keys. This game has numerous bugs, and depending on which version you play on, it can vary on the amount of bugs there are. I'm on a version that is supposed to have the least amount of bugs, and it's still quite buggy and glitchy. Nothing really game breaking or anything. Some examples are animations are wrong, the times where you unlock a wisp, the unlocking cutscene just takes way longer than usual. It's a little bit artifacting here and there. The Nintendo Switch version, even though I don't have this one, it's supposed to be the worst of them all. From what I've heard, this version is not optimized whatsoever. The controls are just so messed up. You would think Sega would make the controls similar to Sonic Unleashed and Sonic Generations, making the boost button square or X and the stomp be a circle, right? They just had to change up these two. In Sonic Generations had you pressing triangle or Y for the wisps. They said let's confuse people. Yeah, for some reason they decided to make the right shoulder button for the wisps. And don't forget about the unnecessary additions! There is a new wisp called Jade, and this is completely useless. I played a level where you meet the wisp for the first time, and nothing. I had to wait until Sweet Sweet Mountain for this thing, and this is the most useless thing I can ever find in a Sonic game. This has no value to it. I couldn't even use it correctly. I felt like they just combined the drill and the hover wisp together. And don't even get me started on the infinite lives routine. Sure, newcomers will need a little bit of easy gameplay to help them out, but removing the lives counter entirely is not the way to go. What if I wanted the lives counter back? It's just a Tails and a coin now. I have no clue what Tails is supposed to do. What if he's supposed to help me out and get me out of trouble? Well, he's not doing a good job at it. And the coins. This may seem useless at first, but it does open a lot of opportunities for customization, which is a neat little addition to the game. It's almost like an item shop for these coins. You collect them and then trade them out for certain custom gear, or this dumb excuse for an avatar. I have no clue why you have to buy these with in-game currency now. They were free on the Wii versions!
Of course, Sonic Colors is very good. Sonic Colors Ultimate is a good attempt at bringing the game to modern systems. I just feel like they could have done maybe a little bit better.
This is Rich.